Lesson 52. More on addition of rational expressions with unequal denominators, and also overall average. Remember that when we are adding fractions, we have to have the same denominator. Now in this case, we don't have the same denominator, so we need to look for the LCM, or the least common multiple. In this case, is x times x plus y. That would be the denominator we want. But as we can see on the top, that is not the denominator we have. So we have to see what we're missing. In this denominator, we only have x, and we're missing the parentheses. So we have to multiply both the bottom and the top times x plus y. In the second fraction, we have the parentheses, but we don't have x, so we have to multiply times x on the top and the bottom. Now we're going to do distributive property to simplify, and that is our answer. Let's look at this other example. Again, we have to look for the LCM, which is the x times the a plus b. It's all the factors that are in the denominator. The first fraction is missing the x, so I multiply both the top and the bottom times x. The second fraction is missing the a plus b, so we multiply the bottom and the top. To simplify, we do distributive property, and 4x times x is x squared, plus a times x is ax. Then we do distributive property times c, and we have ca plus cb. In this next example, we do the same, but notice we have a denominator 1. So the least common multiple is mx, and that's the denominator we want for all of the fractions. So for the first one, we have the m, but we're missing the x, so I multiply the top and the bottom times x. For the second fraction, we are missing the m, so we are multiplying times m. And then for the last one, we are missing mx, so we multiply the top and the bottom times mx. When we simplify this, we do distributive property, and it's x squared plus bx plus am plus dmx. And that's it. That is our answer. Very, very simple. We just look for the LCM and then multiply to do common denominators. Now in this last example, we have again a denominator 1, and the LCM is k times b plus c. And now we have to do the same and multiply each fraction by what we're missing. So in the first one, we're missing k, so we multiply by k. Now in the second one, we're missing everything. So we have to multiply times k times b plus c, both on the bottom and the top. And then the k is missing the parentheses, b plus c. So we multiply here times b plus c. Now in this case, we're just going to put the ak minus, and notice that this is one thing. So minus xk parentheses b plus c. And you could multiply here in distributive property, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And we're also going to leave these as parentheses. Again, you could do the double distributive property. You know how to do it. But for these exercises, we're just going to leave them like this. And that's it. That's our answer. Notice that it's very simple, very repetitive. You just have to be familiar, know how to do it, and then do it carefully. The second part of this lesson is about overall average. Remember that the overall average is not the average of the averages. We have to actually find the total of both groups and then find the average. So let's look at this example. It says the average of 90 items is 4. So they're actually telling us what is the average of the 90 items. So if I multiply 90 times 4, I get the total of how much those 90 items are total. And then the average of the other 10 items is 6. So again, if I multiply 10 times 6, I'm going to find the total for those 10 items. Now I want to find the average of those totals, so what I need to do is divide by the amount of items. Now how many items are there? Well, if you read carefully the exercise, it says that there are 90 and 10. So the total is 100. So we simplify this. 360 plus 60 over 100. And that is 420 over 100, which is 4.2. And that would be the overall average. And that's it. Notice that is a very simple process. We just have to remember to do that multiplication and then divide by the total of items. All right, I'll see you in the next video.